draw extra cards. So you need to
Hey
draw-
guys, this is Matrix 322 Zozo doing a deck profile on Burning Abyss Zodiac. Alright.
Yes, this is the one that everybody wanted from the profile.
What's your name?
Kaiser.
And how do you get the ideas of making this deck?
For this, alright, well basically the concept came from Burning Abyss is still a pretty good engine overall. It just kind of recurs, especially in more of a grindy format with Zoo. Any 2 Burning Abyss though basically gets you Invoker, which just gets you to any Zoo, and then you just go from there. So just in theory, it works pretty well. And a lot of the times you can bait out a lot of cards. Like if you are playing pure Zoo and you don't have like an extender, this was before people played like Shuffle Reborn and stuff. You could, you know, use your Burning Abyss first and then deal with like Ashes or Ghost Ogres and then finish with your Zoo cards, or it gives you a lot more options too. And then ending with like Beatrice and a Dryden. It's usually a pretty good field, especially with like one hand trap.
Are you doing a deck profile for getting 3rd?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, there you go. No, you're on. Like literally every time we play this, everyone's like, "Yo, where's this deck profile at?" Like even when I lose, they're still we want to know this deck profile. Yeah, don't watch the last game. I got scraped 2-0. Don't worry about that. All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we play one of these. It's
Okay.
too good. It's the best card. Agno already knows. You gotta draw. 1 Maxi. Yeah, it was 1
See ya.
up. 1 Graph, 1 Seer, 1 Barbar. Those are all the 1-ofs. Then most of these are just for names. Yeah, you're good. Take it. I'll see you on Saturday or Sunday. All right. So
Bye.
basically, just
Mike,
2 of
can you
these, 2
Wanna
Libic,
wait for me or no?
2 Scarb.
Because I need to tell you something.
2 Farfa. Again, you mostly just play for all the names. You want to open more Burning Abyss. 2 Rhino. This card's okay. A lot of the times when you open it with just the Burning Abyss, it works out pretty well, especially if you still have Graph in the deck. Basically opening this, one of the Burning Abyss monsters in your hand, and then another one to use after. It lets you make Dante as well as the Invoker. Plus the deck doesn't really have that many normal summons, in all honesty. Besides the Zoos, there's not that much, so it works out pretty well. 3 Ghost Ogre. This was because I was playing it before they started playing every single combo extender in the world. So this might be a little different, just depends. Then for the Zoodiacs, 2 Whiptail, 2 Rat, 1 Ram, and Thoroughblade. In all honesty, this deck never uses this. This card is bad. It never comes up. Like, a lot of the times you only really use this if you want to make like an Emerald play, and that's only if you didn't really use your normal summon. Or there's another card you can use to tribute later on that works out, which is 3 of these. Only just because, again, you can special any BA and distribute this. Most of the time, unless they have the board wipe, they're just not going to have an out to it. Especially just pure Zoo. You know what? That doesn't matter. Nobody's playing that deck. It's okay. There was like 1 top and 64 at Nationals. Okay. Some pretty good 1-ofs. This card works really well in the deck, especially since you can mill with Dante first, mill some Zodiacs, and then just go from there. You know, skill charge, the best.
Don't look at me every time.
Yeah,
You're doing great.
No. 2 Dark Holes, 2 of these. These are free. 2 My Bodies. That was mostly just because, again, a lot of people were playing Zoo originally, so it just worked out well.
Wait, where you get like 2 ghosts?
Not from you, because you don't want to sell me for basically more than value. 2 of these. I don't know, this card's weird. I was originally playing it as just like another out to like Masterpiece and just worked well, but I don't know if I like it that much. It's like okay. It's come up maybe like once or twice against a Masterpiece, but it's a little slow. Warning, Torrential, and then the Imperial because this card's broken.
No strike?
No.
Why?
Because I don't have strikes.
Oh.
Same thing with Barrage. Like, if I had Barrages still and I didn't sell them, I would probably still play them. But
okay.
You also play such as low Zodiac count anyways, that, like, again, 2 Burning Abyss monsters is going to get you with anyways.
Well, let's pretend that you have strikes and diagram and barrages.
Why would I want
I mean,
Diagram?
not that.
Deck profiles are pretending.
Just
Well,
pretend
I mean, for the people that happen to have
Alright,
them,
if
what
you
would you
were-
take out
These you'd probably cut.
for strike?
Yeah, you can put, like, strikes. Or, in all honesty, I'd be playing D-Bear. Like, if I had D-Bears, I would just be playing D-Bears because it's Zoo.
So what else would you take if?
Again, you can switch these. You don't need to necessarily play these. You could either play Ash or something else. Ghost Ogre was just better at the time. Even now, it's better. Like if you verse Pure Zoo and you use Ash, it really doesn't do anything. There's not really a good time to use it. I just like Torrential. It just works out. People just play into it a lot. Everything else is pretty standard. Like, I mean, you could also mess with these. Like, again, are useful again because you don't have a lot of normal summons, but at the same time, these are like some cards you could cut to like add some like D barriers or some strikes or barrages. Again, that's 3. But with such a low zoo count, I never really felt like I needed barrage arrows. Like never really.
So basically, just deep barrier and strikes.
Yeah,
so you tell
that's
us.
about it.
Okay.
Then for the extra deck, just all the zoo monsters. The zoo monsters are pretty low. You don't really play a lot of zoo monsters. So you basically just play the 1 Borbo, 1 Shockeye. Sometimes it comes up where you want to, when the game's kind of grindier, but most of the time when the game is grindier, you're just using BAs anyways. Then 1 Invoker, 1 Emerald, the 2 Dante, this comes up a lot. The second one actually does come up a lot. The Beatrice, the target for Beatrice, which also comes up a lot. And Acid Golem. I'd probably cut this. It's come up like once. The theory was that you could use it to get over Masterpiece, but that just doesn't happen. Most of the time, if they have a Masterpiece out anyways, it's just too hard to like bait it out and then make this and attack over it. And that's assuming, again, they don't have like the field spell out already. So I'd probably cut this for like a Tornado Dragon or a Break Sword, something like that. And then in this side was 2 Gamma Seal, again just outs to Masterpiece. Probably play 3 of these at this point. A lot of times going second when you verse True Draco, it's still actually pretty good to side these in because again once they summon a Masterpiece you don't really have that many outs besides your zoo monsters. Let's see, then we have 2 of these. Again, just for zoo, in my opinion, which is one of the better cards to play. It's like if they don't have Barrage, they just really don't have a turn. 2 Dromox. That was mostly just for True Dracos. Again, they go like Terraforming, and that's basically just the turn. 2 Anti-Spells. Again, just going first. Why you gotta look at that? Then 1 Mind Control. It comes in sometimes. There aren't too many like Zoodiac players at our locals, so I think the only time I really sided it was maybe like a couple games like on camera that we played. 2 Chalice, a 3rd Twin Twister just for general back row, and then 3 Magic Deflector. In all honesty, you can play anything over this. Like these cards are kind of just. I put it in because it was just something to put in. It came up. Nick literally.
I like Magic Deflector.
He went Barrage. I was like, no, stalled the turn. He drew another card.
Just
then
the
played
way you
Barrage.
said it was funny. You don't really need this card, but it's here.
I would play. If I literally put it in just because it was something to play that was overall pretty good just for locals.
I'm okay with that.
So you could take it out and play something else. I mean, the side deck is whatever you want to use. It'll obviously change when Slinks come out, especially since this deck will not be playable really in Link format because you have too many Burning Abyss monsters and they're all just gonna die.
Just special normal Link.
No, it's too much work. Don't let it.
Normal Cemetery Guide Link.
There you go. Plus, I don't remember how many Link monsters we're gonna get.
Like
How many?
3.
What, yeah, we
And
started
then we
with
have
3
Photo to do
until
this.
cool.
Photo to do this
But
is
yeah,
the beginning of
that's
August.
basically it.
So we have a few weeks of
So,
just
yeah.
shitty format. Or not shitty format, slow format. Which is nice.
Until we get all the other ones, but we don't get the next set until like November, right?
August.
Anything else you need to?
August is the code of the do list.
Is it August? Do you have any answers? I have another question.
Anything else you'd like to tell us?
I don't know what we get.
Strike.
I guess the only other recommendation would be a lot of the games.
You
You might feel compelled to make an Invoker, but a lot of times it might actually be better to make like a Dante first. I played later today, and it was like I should have summoned like a Dante, milled cards, and then went from there just because of the hand that I had. The Burning Abyss monsters give you a lot more value than these Zoo monsters, like in all honesty. They just give you a lot more plays, and like the recursion. I literally played against True Draco Zoo and just grinded out a whole game. My like graveyard was literally just like this, just going back and forth, just reoccurring like Sears with Dante's and just using it over and over again. So.
Thanks. This is Matrix. Signing out.
Peace.